look at the topic of kidney transplants. So human beings normally have 2 kidneys, but we can actually survive with only 1 kidney. This means that people can donate their kidneys to other people, and they will survive, and they won't risk themselves having complications. Kidneys can also be transplanted from people who have recently died, provided that they are a tissue match and are registered onto the organ donor register, which anyone can do, even you. Many patients choose to have a kidney transplant, which often comes from a close relative. Close relatives have a higher chance of being a tissue match. Patients receiving a donor kidney often have to take immunosuppressant drugs for the rest of their lives. These drugs suppress the immune system to prevent it from attempting to destroy the foreign cells of the transplanted kidney. So if you wanted to donate an organ to somebody else, you would have to have a tissue match with that person. Even if you're a relative of that person, that doesn't necessarily mean that there is a tissue match, but it is more likely. This is because donor kidneys of close relatives will often have the same antigens on the surface of the organ, so they are not recognized as foreign by the body of the person having the transplant, and so the immune system response is not triggered. Again, there are advantages and disadvantages to kidney transplants. The disadvantages are that the kidney may be rejected by the body, and there can be a long waiting list for kidney transplants. And especially if you have an unusual type of tissue or antigens, it's going to be more unlikely that you find someone who's a tissue match. The patient would also often have to take immunosuppressant drugs, which can make a patient more prone to other infections, which could be dangerous. The advantages are that the patient does not need to have dialysis treatment, which is very time-consuming, so this will save them a lot of time. And so transplants are actually cheaper than dialysis in the long run, but you might have to wait a long time until you get that transplant. So what do immunosuppressant drugs do? So these suppress the immune system so your body is less likely to attack the new kidney. And this makes patients more prone to infections. So let's have a think about the advantages of kidney transplants again. It can save lives, and it is cheaper than dialysis in the long run. And where can you get these kidney transplants from? So you can get them from donors, so people who are alive, but they can also be transplanted from people who have recently died, providing that they are a tissue match and have registered onto the organ donor register. And to recap the benefits and the disadvantages, they are the benefits are you don't need dialysis, it's cheaper in the long run than dialysis, but there are some big problems in that the kidney may be rejected, there might be a long waiting list until you get a kidney, and you also have to take immunosuppressant drugs, which makes you more likely to catch other infections.